question. What exactly do you guys gain from living your life with your head down? I've seen a lot of comments where that girl was making a video saying, I'm ugly. Does anyone want an ugly girl? A lot of people were in the comments saying, it's good to be realistic. It doesn't get you anywhere being delusional. A lot of us are ugly. A lot of us aren't beautiful. A lot of us don't meet society standards. So we need to accept it and be real with ourselves. What exactly do you gain from living life with your head down, feeling less about yourself, except for mental health issues, depression, and low self-esteem?
Let's pause there. Okay. Again, I'm going to use the word unattractive. She's saying, what are they going to get by putting their head down? Being like, again, we can take it. This sometime I think we can conflate someone being unattractive to is beyond their face, right? When you are a bigger woman, most people see bigger women as not as attractive, right? So let's go with that, right? Like you might have a cute face, but you're still unattractive because of your body, right? So when you say, well, what are they going to get from like keeping their head down, or you know being realistic? It's not about having to put your head down because you come to terms that I'm not the most attractive woman. You don't have to be depressed. You understand? Like, you don't have to be a depressed woman because you accept, like, I'm big and I know that I don't got as many options. I'm gonna be real with myself. I know I'm not the most attractive woman that's walking out here with me and my friends. I'm gonna be realistic about that. Like, that's where that's the part that is helpful, is being realistic with your options versus being delusional and believing that you are all the way up here and you don't want to talk to nobody that's down here. So but it's all in a fantasy world. You're not all the way up there. And now I realize, now that I'm coming to terms with it, I'm not up there. Let me bring myself down here to reality. And let me recognize that my options are over here. Now, I'm not saying that you accept any and everything. I'm not saying that you just take whatever you can get. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying that when you come to realization of where you are in the dating world, on the dating market, that it is a competition. It is. And I can't compete with the women over there trying to get that man. Most women don't want to accept that. We're so delusional that we believe that me being 5'1", 350, I'm going to get a LeBron James type of man. You're just not. So when you come to reality that I can't get LeBron James, and I'm just using an example, I can't get that, but the mailman, he like me. He think I'm cute. He like me. There's nothing wrong with that, but they see it as you put your head down, you're going to be depressed, you're going to have mental health problems, you're going to just be a walking target. No, she might have a good man who loves her and wants to take care of her before you do, as you stay delusional. That's the point that I'm making. Women like this keep you delusional and by yourself because they want you to be like, pick your head up, girl. Don't put your head down. Me being real with myself does not mean I'm putting my head down. That's just me being real with myself. But let's keep going.
And everyone is always talking about society, and I don't get that because you don't encounter the whole world in your lifetime. As adults, you get to foster and create your community. I literally handpick everyone who I'm around as an adult. I handpick everyone I engage with for extended amounts of time as an adult. And when you believe you're not worth anything, you're less than, and you're in a constant state of comparing yourself to the next woman, you won't even take care of yourself. You won't do anything to pour into yourself. You're never going to get your hair done. You won't get dressed up every once in a while. You won't do your makeup. You won't do self-care. You won't do things to pour into yourself because you already believe you've lost the battle and you're not worth anything. I get to pick my life. I have people around me who think I'm gorgeous, who love me to death. Are there people on earth who would think I'm ugly as hell? Yes. But do I engage with them? Am I around them? No. So what's the issue? Like, I really don't get that. I don't get that mindset. What does it really do for you?
So clearly, this is a delusional woman. Like, she's delusional. Like, this is, I want to just say this, that she's clearly a delusional woman. Delusional, right? And I know y'all don't want to hear this, not y'all per se, but the people who are going to watch this. Only a bitter, miserable bully, a part of the sisterhood, will call a woman ugly who's really gorgeous. But in the real world, the logical people, you can never be gorgeous and ugly, features wise, looks wise. The two don't go together. But when you're delusional, people in my life who think I'm gorgeous, your mommy and your daddy. Other than that, then there's people out here who think I'm ugly as hell. That's not the real world that you're living in, because that isn't, like, again, only a hater will say that because they do it. The people who are saying you're ugly as hell, whatever the case may be, are delusional, miserable, typical women. They're saying, no, you're beautiful, you look good, you're fine, just change your hair, do your nails, do your makeup, put a wig on, put a weave on, all of the things. And they're mad. She made that video, obviously, as a, to come back, because she's seeing all the women who are like, I blocked her. I can't believe her. She's looking for attention. She's this, she's that. To call yourself ugly, you're this, you're that. All of the things, right? All of the things. The point that I'm making is, she is saying, y'all, I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Because let's be honest, we know what beautiful is. Like Aaliyah. Oh my God, a beautiful woman. Beautiful. Like, she was just like breathtaking. Beautiful woman. Like, she just was like such a pretty, beautiful, I don't know if they can both go together, woman. Like, we know, like, Lauren London, very pretty. Like, very pretty, very attractive, like, Kelly Rowland, oh God, like, just so beautiful. Like, we know that. So if I'm thinking like, wow, look how beautiful Aaliyah is. She is so pretty. Now, I'm not saying I think that I had to be ugly, but if I'm looking at her, I'm looking at me, and I'm just like, and then y'all saying, no, you're beautiful. And it's like, wait, I'm beautiful. And so it's like, you're confused. But when the point of this conversation, right, is women will keep you delusional. We saw what they did on Kevin. We saw what they did on Kevin Samuel's show. He was always telling these women that you're not that girl. You're just not. But they could not understand it. They could not understand it. They couldn't accept it, shall I say. So it'll always be this thing about who's beautiful and who's not, and why he would want you to rate yourself, to see where you are, and you're like, how realistic are you? It wasn't just to embarrass you. It wasn't to embarrass you. Let's do it real quick. Real quick. I got to do it real quick, y'all, because none of it was to embarrass you. It was very much for understanding of what kind of woman are you? What type of woman are you?
I'm 5'4" 3/4.
That size?
I'm a small. I'm probably maybe a 1-2.
Okay. And if you ranked yourself, honestly, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rank? Yeah, let's get back to reality.
No, I'm in reality.
No, you're not in reality.
I'm in reality.
You're not in reality. If you're gonna be a 10, we can end this. because that's not reality. You're not a supermodel.
So what are you bet?
You're not okay, man.
Asking me this off
Check
of
the
my
attitude. Check the attitude. This. Let me just go ahead and say this. This bullshit that's running around with black women. They call yourself a 10, never say you don't. That is some of the most destructive psychobabble that's going around. Black women, you need to be more humble. And you're a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
That's not humility.
Well, for one, I know that I was made in God's image, and
God knows
made,
he's not perfect, ma'am.
Right.
So everybody's a 10.
I'm not gonna get up here and call myself a 4 or a 2 because I'm definitely
well, let me. If you're gonna tell me you're a 10, you're a 10.
I'm a Christian woman.
No. I said physically. You can be a Christian woman, but this.
Yeah, physically, I'm beautiful.
You're physically a 10. Then what? Then what is Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, Rihanna? What are they?
Whatever they consider themselves to be.
See, this is that bullshit, y'all. This is when I start to get upset because you ladies say you want help, but then when you start getting into it, your ego gets into it. Put your dick up.
We want to stop there. Do you see what do y'all see what the purpose of this live is? And this is what Kevin, recipe to Kev, what he wanted to see was, how delusional are you? How delusional are you? They cannot handle a woman who's able to just say, this is where I am, and I accept that. She said, I'm not gonna come here to say I'm a 4 or a 2. You would rather be delusional? I know that it's not, we don't live in a world where we're used to people being honest about their physical appearance. Like I said, we have women who are out here and they are the hottest thing walking.
He going deep, we fucking raw. I trust him with my soul. Like when he grabbing on my belly when I'm holding him. He make this pussy cry. Ain't no tears from my eyes. I can't explain his God's plan is like we think the same. This ain't no silly game. I'm blushing when I hear his name. He buy me shit, he bust me down with a plain Jane. Don't treat no bitch the same. Till hoes to stand in lane.
So this is what we would prefer to do. This is an image of delusion. This right here is delusion. This right here is the epitome of a delusional woman. This is a delusional woman right here, y'all. This is Think the boss. But this our mindsets of being delusional is what will put us on here to do something like this. Our friends, our family, the women in our lives will make us believe that we are okay to do this. That it is completely fine to do this.
I can't see it coming down my eye. He going deep, we fucking.
This is what we're doing. So they're mad at this other woman for saying that she's ugly. Her words, not mine. I'm going to use again, she's unattractive. And they don't like that. And how dare you? What kind of woman calls herself ugly? What kind of woman says that? But what kind of woman comes on social media, comes and walks in the public dressed like this? What kind of woman does this? Only a delusional woman. A woman who will say she's a 10. And they will not have a problem with it. They will have no problem with her calling herself a 10. And this is how we stay at the bottom.